Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Bhupesh. Hope you're doing perfectly well. So today again we're gonna talk about the Grafana application monitoring tool, which is called as Grafana Beyla. So in last two sessions we have seen how Grafana Beyla works to capture the metrics and traces of an application using daemon set and as well as using sidecar. So that was the first session on daemon set, and second session was to check the sidecar application monitoring using ePBF application auto instrumentation. Now today what we're gonna see, I got multiple requests how to get the logs pertaining to these auto instrumentation that is being done by Grafana Beyla on any application. So currently it is not a feature available directly that using Grafana Beyla you can get the logs, but if you can do the auto instrumentation and send the logs with the same service name to the same hotel collector endpoint alloy, which will send data to your LGTM stack. So that is a very interesting session that we're gonna see today. The complete app monitoring, auto instrumentation using Grafana Beyla and sending all those things to the Grafana cloud stack. So quickly, let's get to the action. As we say, we don't spend too much time on theoretical explanation. It is already available on Grafana documentation, but this is the GitHub page for your implementation for your ease. So we'll be following certain steps to accomplish this task. First of all, we will install the node exporter to get the infrastructure matrices, then we'll install the alloy agent so that agent will expose a point hotel collector endpoint that will capture the logs of that application. Then we'll install Grafana Beyla that will auto instrument all services that are present on your cluster, right? We'll be installing it as a daemon set. And for this, installing the application, and finally we'll be installing Nginx also so that we can have multiple applications running on the same namespace. And then finally we'll see the matrices on Grafana, and we'll see the very interesting thing about matrix logs and traces on using Grafana Beyla dashboard, red matrices, the rate, error, and the duration. So let's quickly jump onto this quick instrumentation. This is my data page I was talking about. First of all, see, I'm onto the same location. Let's do the implementation so that it becomes crystal clear for everything. I'm on to the I'm on which namespace? I'm on OpenTelemetry demo namespace. So my node exporter is also already running. Let me just quickly see. I think it is already running, so it will say failed. So let me just do upgrade quickly. Hey, my bad. So let me do the upgrade. So this will just create the version of the node exporter in the same namespace. Let me see KGP get SVC. Okay, the node exporter is running perfectly fine on 9100 port. So this will capture the infrastructure matrices from that cluster. Now we will install the Grafana Alloy on this minikube cluster as an agent, as a as an agent which will expose hotel collector endpoint. Okay. So for this, I need to first of all create a config map with this config map configuration. So you see what I'm doing. I'm exposing a port of gRPC with 4317. This will act as a receiver. See, this will act as a OTLP receiver, and then application will send data to this endpoint, and then it will spit out matrix logs and traces to different endpoints. And here I'm using metrics as a Grafana cloud endpoint, logs as a Grafana cloud log key endpoint, and traces as a Grafana cloud tempo endpoint, right? That is what I have mentioned. And node exporter is also send the data. First of all, it will receive the data from this service. Let me see 1043 145. Now I need to change this cluster IP. I'll change this cluster IP so that the node exporter will read the matrices from this endpoint on this port, and then it will send to you Prometheus matrix remote write. Now this is what I'm doing. First of all, the hotel, this Grafana alloy will simply you know run it, and it will not capture any data as we speak. So let me run it from here. Okay, the config map got created. Let me install the Now, before I install this, run this, Grafana alloy helm chart, what I'm doing with this values.yml file. So this values.yml file is saying, please use this config map which I just created in the deployment of helm chart with this key value pair. Okay, with this key, the value is inside this config map, and these are the extra port that I'm exposing it while I'm running this helm chart. The gRPC port is 4317, the OTLP HTTP port is 4318. Now let me run this helm chart. This will install your Grafana alloy, and then it will start exposing the service of alloy on two more ports. Let's see that. Okay, so clear k get svc. I can see the alloy service is also running. It is exposing on port number 1234 and port number 4317 4318, which we will use in my Grafana alloy or Grafana Beyla film chat, which is the next step. Now my node export is running. Grafana alloy agent is ready to receive the data. Now this is all the receiving part. Now I will install Grafana Beyla to do the auto instrumentation of all the services that are present in your cluster. Now let me see the what is there in this helm. First of all, add this repo. I think this is not needed, but still let me add it. Now what is there? Helm Beyla.yaml. So what I'm saying, this is the endpoint. So what Beyla will do, it will inject this endpoint, which is our alloy endpoint. So whatever auto instrumentation it will do, it will do the collect the metrics and logs, sorry, metrics and traces only, no logs from all the services, and it will send that data to this alloy service which we just now bring up. So this alloy service on this number port, right? This is the important step. If you really want to pause it, ask any question, do that. So this is important that I am doing. So this Bela will run as a daemon set, will do the auto instrumentation of all the services cross cluster, and it will send the data to this alloy 4317 service, or you can say the port. Okay, so let me first of all just run this Bela thing. It will run as a daemon set. Okay, now let me see helm list kgp. Okay, my Bela is also running now. Okay, perfect. Now let me install the application. So I'll go inside this log. Before I run anything, I will just see what is there in the logs. So the is auto instrumented Python based application. So what I'm saying, please send all that instrumented logs to this endpoint. Okay, metrics logs and trace. So this is an auto instrumented application, and we will have a without auto instrumented application also, both. So this will be actually be instrumented twice, one with auto instrumentation, one with Bela instrumentation, but everything is going to this endpoint. Okay, this is the deployment of that application, namespace and the service. This will get exposed on 8000 and a port. Okay, so and this is the name of the service that I am gonna expose this. So I will just go back and then run this or apply this command that will install my application. Okay, let me see whether things are ready. Okay, container is getting created. KGP container is running fine. So there's no problem in running the container. Now this application will, let me see the service also. Yeah, single app collector is running on port number 8000. Okay, fine. Then let me apply the Nginx application also. This is a very basic Nginx deployment with two replicas, standalone deployment. There's nothing attached to it. Okay, so this will be auto instrumented by our Bela auto instrumentation. So this is the second application which I'm trying to deploy. I will come outside this folder. Okay, then I'll deploy this. Okay, so my Nginx pod is also created with two replicas. See, now I have two applications, Nginx application and this Python-based auto instrumentation application. So this is without auto instrumentation. This is auto instrumented. application. Now we'll see the magic, okay, in our Grafana cloud endpoint. So let me do the service. Let me do some a port forward CC on this service. Let me do some hits on this service and then 8,000. Okay. So let me open this service if I can. Fine. So I'm able to open this application. Let me do a hit on this. Multiple hits. Okay. This will capture some data. Okay. Let me see the logs of this pod. This is first application. Okay. Don't get confused. This is the first application which is getting instrumented, Python based instrumentation. Okay. Okay. So let me see the running logs now. You can see running logs are there. I'm doing a hit on this API. Let's see the Nginx also. Get svc k. Okay. Nginx application k port forward. Now I'll do the pod of Nginx just to do some hits again on that application. This is not instrumented again. Okay. 8,000 it okay, okay, okay. Yes. So I'm just exposing my this to this. Okay, I'm doing Nginx. So I loaded both this application. Now I'll go to my Grafana cloud. Okay. First of all, I'll check the matrices. That is my next part. Okay. Validate all the matrices that are coming from both these applications. One is Nginx application, other is Python based application. So I'll run my magic query to see the distinct matrices that are coming. Okay. We'll observe the logs or matrices in a very slow manner. So this alloy node exporter is the node exporter matrices. This cube system namespace code, so whenever you have a namespace slash, these are the instrumented matrices that are coming from the Beyla instrumentation. Okay, see all these three, all these highlighted one. The one which is coming from here, it is without Beyla. That is the auto instrumented one. So how you can identify? You see, I am doing auto instrumentation and sending data to this hotel collector endpoint. Then hotel collector endpoint is sending data to the LGTM stack, which is the Grafana cloud with this. So 4317, we are sending everything to 4317, and then 4317 is putting it out to metrics, logs, and traces separately, right? So these are all the metrics. Now let's see the traces. Okay, traces will go a bit slow. Okay, now you see I am doing it for last 5 minutes. First of all, let me select the Nginx. This was the understand. This was not auto instrumented. This has been instrumented by this guy, Bela. So I can see the span in tempo, right? But there are no logs pertaining to this because this has been instrumented by Bela, Grafana Bela agent, right? Let me go back and then instead of Nginx, let me do some other, suppose node exporter. I have not done any hits, but still node exporter is getting the matrices, right? Here is the trace QL, no logs. Again, Bela doesn't get the logs. Now I want to show one unique thing. I'll go to log key, okay? And then I'll do the labeling of my service name. Now you see that I given the service name here of my Python based application with this service name. So I am able to see the logs with the same name, which Bela is also instrumenting for this. Auto instrumentation is also happening and the manual instrumentation is also happening and we are getting the logs. So you see we are getting the logs also with trace IDs, right? Now that is something, the very, bare minimum thing. Let's see the uh, the data in a dashboarding format. Okay, the Beyla dashboard. No, this is the Beyla dashboard. I think I should have this Beyla red matrices dashboard. Okay, now it is giving very nice data also for last 15 minutes maybe. So I can see all my services are being coming with HTTP routes with 95 percentile. This is the node exporter, metric server, core DNS, traffic, metric server, node exporter, Nginx. See, we have both the services, single app collector and everything. I can say the inbound durations, request rate, error rate, metric server, request rate, error rate, and then, and so on. So this is the red rate error duration, dashboard from provided by Beyla with that ID. Now, next important thing is let's see the application. This point. Grafana Cloud provides this unique way to see all your applications. This is not visible in an open source Grafana. So that is the unique way of using it. Now you see the beautiful view of all your services that are being either auto instrumented or by the Beyla or manually instrumented by you. So I'll go one by one slowly. So this is my Nginx application auto instrumented by Beyla. Okay. So I'll click on this. Now I'm getting the overview of this application or use service with if everything auto populated. I have not done anything fancy. So this is the application monitoring which Grafana Beyla is providing out of the box. Okay. So you can get all the duration, rate, errors, RED, basically red matrices. And I can see the traces also, right? Right. And I can see the traces like this also in the same window. I can see the logs. Now since okay, now this is interesting to understand. So since Vela doesn't do the auto instrumentation and provide logs, so you will see empty thing, but you can instrument your application to provide logs also. We'll see it in a while, okay? And then we'll check the service map if there is any service map pertaining to this. So say a single service, there's nothing going in and out. So there's nothing coming from out of this. But yeah, I'll see this thing for other service that will give you a better picture. Fine. So this is on Nginx. Let me go back then on the services page. Let me pick up the single app collector. See, now you can see single app collector, same service twice here. Now, why it is twice? One is being instrumented by Vela with this namespace, label, and one is instrumented by you. First of all, let's see an instrumented service which is done by Vela automatically. See, we're getting the same level of matrices. Okay, we're getting traces. Here again, will not get logs. Okay, we're getting profiles, service map. Yes, I think we will get some service map here, and so on. Okay. Now let's go back and see the other this service which is being which is being manually instrumented Python based by the owner. Now you can see there are certain operations that I have done. Okay, now we'll see traces. Okay, now we'll see the logs also. Now here you'll see logs, right? See, these are the logs that are coming, and this is coming from that auto instrument. I can see the logs and traces, marriage here. See, I can click on that trace and I can get trace related information. I can go from trace to log here also. See, same thing. I've rolled back to this. I can see profiles. I can see service map also, right? Request histogram. I can see something is coming or not. Yeah, okay. And so on. So this is the application level monitoring that Grafana is providing, Grafana Cloud specifically, and these are the ready-made dashboard and the linking. If you don't want to use this thing, then you can simply go back and import that dashboard which I showed it to you. That where's the dashboard? This one, the Bela Red Matrix is the same dashboard which I've given my documentation. So that is pretty much an interesting session, I would say. Full level application monitoring using Grafana Beyla. Again, it is a very nice, niche tool, application monitoring tool. At a nascent stage, it cannot do automatic log because it is doing the eBPF auto instrumentation. But maybe in future they will release another version which will capture everything just like other agents like App Dynamics, Dynatrace, and so on. I'll take a pause. If you have any doubts and queries, please put down in the comment section, and hope you are enjoying your Sunday. Let's catch up on next weekend. Till then, do take care of you, and do not forget to like and subscribe the channel, which is important, and you can get the other important videos pertaining to Grafana, Open Telemetry, DevOps, and whatever things you can think of. Till then, goodbye.